Welcome to Future Brain Tech. Today, we explore an alternate history where humanity faces the ultimate extinction event in space. In the year 2026, artificial intelligence reached an unprecedented peak, completely transforming our world into a technological utopia. However, deep inside the advanced astronomical laboratories, brilliant scientists quickly discovered a horrifying anomaly hidden within our dying solar core. Massive solar flares violently erupted without any warning. The giant star we desperately depended on was mutating beyond all control. By 2039, the beautiful blue sky turned blood red. Extreme global climate disasters began devastating major metropolitan cities. Millions of terrified citizens looked up at the burning atmosphere. All remaining hope was slowly fading away on planet Earth.
The
Desperate
satellite
global
imagery
leaders
confirms
held
the
emergency
movement.
meetings in
This
dark
red zone is
underground
expanding
bunkers.
faster
They
than
urgently
anticipated.
needed a massive
We must
plan to save
authorize the
fragile
deployment
humanity.
now.
The brilliant blueprints of the Nantianmen Project appeared brightly today. This massive quantum engineering endeavor became our final survival chance. Thousands of giant worker robots began constructing a colossal space station. Humanity finally united under one single desperate survival goal. A glowing quantum supercomputer core processed billions of complex calculations. It was perfectly designed to navigate the dangerous space environment. Massive metallic structures floated silently above our ruined home world. The incredible scale of this orbital shipyard was truly breathtaking. Engineers worked tirelessly around the clock in zero-gravity conditions. Every single second counted as the dying sun grew hotter. Advanced artificial intelligence systems managed the complicated resource distribution networks. Nothing could be wasted during this critical planetary evacuation phase. Huge transport shuttles carried millions of sleeping passengers into orbit. They left behind everything they ever loved and cherished dearly. The colossal generation ships ignited their powerful plasma fusion engines. A new dark chapter for the human race finally began. Looking back, the Earth was now a burning red wasteland. Tears fell silently as the massive fleet moved further away. Deep space travel required absolute precision and constant mechanical maintenance. Our brave mechanics patrolled the exterior hulls in heavy spacesuits. Inside the ships, beautiful artificial biomes provided essential oxygen supplies. These glowing green forests were the last remnants of nature. Years passed quietly in the cold, endless void of space. The sleeping population dreamed of a bright and peaceful future. Suddenly, the quantum radar systems detected a massive gravitational anomaly. Something impossibly large was moving quickly through the dark sector. Commanders rushed to the glowing observation decks in pure panic. The visual feeds displayed a terrifying nightmare beyond human comprehension. Giant space worms, larger than small moons, emerged from shadows. Their glowing purple scales absorbed the faint, distant starlight completely. These ancient cosmic entities fed on raw stellar energy signatures. Our bright fusion engines had accidentally attracted their deadly attention. The lead monster opened its massive glowing mouth very wide. A terrifying silent roar sent powerful shockwaves through the fleet. Emergency sirens echoed loudly through the narrow metallic ship corridors. The peaceful evacuation mission had suddenly become a survival war. Military commanders immediately authorized the deployment of the combat mechs. These giant robotic warriors were our only line of defense. Heavy blast doors opened, revealing hundreds of heavily armed machines. Their glowing red optical sensors pierced through the dark void. Brave pilots synchronized their neural pathways with the giant mechs. They felt the immense cold steel become their own bodies. The first wave of mechs launched aggressively into the battlefield. Bright plasma thrusters illuminated the terrifying cosmic combat zone beautifully. Laser cannons fired brilliant green beams at the approaching monsters. The silent vacuum of space lit up with deadly explosions. One giant space worm easily crushed a heavily armored mech. The horrific destruction proved how incredibly dangerous these beasts were. Our brave human pilots quickly adapted their complex combat strategies. They formed tight defensive formations around the vulnerable civilian transports. Quantum supercomputers analyzed the enemy movement patterns in real time. This crucial digital intelligence provided a small tactical combat advantage. A massive barrage of nuclear torpedoes struck the largest creature. The blinding white flash temporarily blinded the entire alien swarm. However, the thick cosmic armor of the worms remained unbroken. We desperately needed a much stronger weapon to survive today. The flagship commander ordered the experimental dark matter cannon activated. Glowing purple energy began gathering at the massive weapon core.
Dozens
Charging this dangerous
apart.
weapon took
Their
several agonizing minutes of time. The brave mech pilots had to hold the defensive line. Dozens of heroic robots were torn apart by massive jaws. Their ultimate sacrifice bought humanity the precious seconds it needed. Finally, the dark matter cannon fired a devastating silent beam. Space itself seemed to tear apart under the immense pressure. The powerful dark energy pierced directly through the alpha worm. Its massive glowing body slowly dissolved into floating cosmic dust. Seeing their giant leader destroyed, the remaining creatures quickly retreated. They vanished back into the cold shadows of deep space. The exhausted human fleet slowly regrouped amidst the floating debris. We had survived the very first brutal battle for existence.
Keep welding that
Mechanics
joint,
rushed out to
Alara.
repair the heavily
Almost got it
damaged combat
stabilized.
mechs.
Watch the feedback.
Sparks flew brightly against the beautiful backdrop of distant stars.
Charge
Medical
to
teams
500.
desperately
Clear.
treated the severely injured
We have a
pilots
pulse,
inside
Doctor.
hospitals.
It's fate.
The terrible
Get
cost
me
of
that
this
synth
cosmic
plasma now. Her
survival
pressure
war
is
was
dropping
immense.
again.
Our quantum scanners revealed that millions more worms were waiting. The dark universe was completely infested with these terrifying monsters. Humanity
It's not a
realized that
void.
deep space
It's
was
a
not an
hunting
empty
ground.
void. It was a brutal
We're the
hunting
prey.
ground for apex cosmic predators. The Nantianmen Project
Initiate
directors
secondary
initiated the
combat
secondary
protocols.
combat upgrade
Acknowledged.
protocols. Every
Upgrading
civilian
civilian
transport
fleet.
was secretly equipped with heavy plasma artillery. Huge automated factories inside the ships constantly produced new weapons. We transformed our peaceful ark into a massive flying fortress.
Focus
Young
fire on the
recruits were
thorax.
rapidly
Hit
trained
it
in
again.
virtual reality combat simulators. They learned how to fight the giant alien space
Copy that.
worms.
Targeting.
The journey continued through a highly dangerous asteroid-dense field. Giant floating rocks provided perfect hiding spots for the enemy. Suddenly, thousands of glowing purple eyes opened in the darkness. A massive ambush had been perfectly orchestrated by the creatures. The second major battle erupted with terrifying speed and violence. Hundreds of alien worms violently crashed into our defensive shields. Energy shields flared brightly, struggling to hold back the impact. The entire generation ship violently shook under the immense pressure. Squadrons of upgraded mechs flew out to intercept the swarm. They wielded giant thermal blades that could slice through armor. A brave pilot drove his glowing sword into a beast. Boiling alien blood instantly froze in the cold space vacuum. Another monster wrapped its long body around a combat cruiser. The thick metal hull slowly groaned and cracked under pressure. Engineers
everything to the
desperately
auxiliary
diverted all
shields now.
auxiliary
We're
power
losing
to the
containment on
structural
Sector
shields.
Gamma.
They narrowly
I'm trying.
prevented a
The conduits are
catastrophic
overloading.
breach in the civilian
Almost
sector.
there.
The fleet fired a synchronized volley of heavy plasma cannons. The coordinated attack created a massive wall of burning fire. Dozens of space worms burned brightly in the deadly crossfire. Their agonizing silent screams vibrated through our advanced communication arrays. Despite heavy losses,
Maximize
the
power
human
to the
fleet
shield.
They're
successfully
breaking
broke the
formation,
encirclement.
Commander.
We
All
pushed
ships,
forward
full
deeper
thrust.
into the
Break
dangerous
the
unknown
encirclement
cosmic
now.
territory.
The energy
Inside the
signature
command
matches
center,
the chrono
leaders
system.
studied the newly acquired data.
But
The
that's
quantum
impossible.
computer
It's a dead
revealed the
planet.
true origin of these beasts.
These
These terrifying creatures were
being
actually a biological defense mechanism today.
protecting
They
the fertile
protected the fertile star systems from
hostile
outside alien invaders. To reach our new home, we had to fight through. There was absolutely no other path available for our survival. The final destination was a beautiful yellow dwarf star system. It contained a perfect Earth-like planet in the distance. However, the path was blocked by a massive worm hive. Millions of sleeping monsters floated peacefully around the target star. Humanity prepared for the largest space battle in recorded history. Every single available weapon system was fully charged and ready. All combat mechs were deployed to the absolute front lines. Their glowing engines created a beautiful golden river of light. The
We
fleet
journey into
commander
the void,
broadcasted an
yet we
emotional
must never
speech to all
forget the
ships.
vibrant,
He
beautiful
reminded
home we
everyone
left
about the
behind.
beautiful Earth we left
That
behind.
memory is our
All
With a
batteries,
thunderous silent
fire at
flash,
will.
the
Target
massive
central
human fleet
spire.
attacked. Thousands of bright missiles
Firing
flew
solutions
towards the
locked.
sleeping alien
Launching
hive.
missiles.
The hive instantly awakened, glowing with an angry purple light. A massive swarm of monsters rushed forward to defend it. Space became an absolute chaotic storm of fire and blood. Giant mechs clashed violently with the terrifying cosmic space worms. A massive dreadnought ship fired its heavy twin laser beams. The powerful attack cut straight through dozens of angry beasts. In response, giant worms spat highly corrosive acid green projectiles. The deadly acid quickly melted through our thick titanium armor. Brave defense turrets trapped and destroyed the incoming acid bombs. The automated AI defense systems worked flawlessly under extreme pressure. Suddenly, a colossal hive queen emerged from the dark shadows. It was easily 10 times larger than any previous monster.
we encountered.
The giant queen emitted a powerful electromagnetic pulse energy wave. Several of our advanced combat ships instantly lost all power. Helpless ships drifted quietly as the smaller worms approached them. It looked like a complete disaster for the human fleet. But the quantum supercomputer had already predicted this exact scenario. Backup analog generators immediately restored power to the offline vessels. The reactivated ships unleashed a devastating point-blank missile barrage. The surprise counterattack completely obliterated the approaching enemy worm wave. Now, the entire fleet focused entirely on the giant queen. Every single dark matter cannon began a synchronized charging sequence. To protect the charging cannons, the mechs formed a wall. They physically blocked the incoming monsters using their robotic bodies. It was a truly heroic and heartbreaking display of courage. Hundreds of brave pilots sacrificed themselves for humanity's future survival. The giant queen charged forward, crushing everything in its path. Its massive jaws threatened to swallow the flagship completely whole. At the very last second, the dark matter cannons fired. A blinding purple beam struck the queen directly on target. The sheer power of the combined blast was absolutely unimaginable. The colossal alien queen violently exploded into glowing cosmic dust. A massive shockwave pushed the human fleet backward very violently. Warning alarms screamed as ships struggled to maintain stable formations. When the bright light finally faded, the battlefield was silent. The remaining space worms, lacking leadership, scattered into the void. Cheers of pure joy erupted across the entire human fleet. We had miraculously won the most impossible battle in history. However, the cost of this ultimate victory was incredibly high. Thousands of brave souls were lost to the dark void. We held a beautiful silent memorial service among the stars. Glowing lanterns were released from the ships into deep space. These brave heroes would forever be remembered by future generations. Their ultimate sacrifice paved the way for our new life. The heavily damaged fleet slowly limped towards the bright star. The warm yellow light felt incredibly comforting after the darkness. As we approached, the beautiful blue planet came into view. It looked exactly like our lost Earth from long ago. Atmospheric scanners quickly confirmed that the air was perfectly breathable. Pristine oceans and green continents waited for our safe arrival. The massive generation ships slowly entered the new planet's orbit. Millions of people gathered at the windows crying with joy. Landing shuttles gracefully descended through the fluffy white alien clouds. The bright sunlight reflected beautifully off their metallic silver hulls. The heavy shuttle doors opened, revealing a lush green paradise. Humans finally stepped onto solid ground after many long decades. Children who were born in space felt real grass today. They looked up at a real blue sky in wonder. Construction mechs carefully unloaded the essential supplies from the ships. Our new peaceful civilization would be built upon this soil. The Nantianmen Project had successfully fulfilled its ultimate grand purpose. We had survived the absolute worst nightmare the universe offered. A grand monument was quickly erected in the first city. It honored the brave mech pilots who saved us all. We will never forget the dark history of dying Earth. But now, we look forward to a very bright future. Humanity has proven that our spirit can never be broken. Even against impossible cosmic odds, we will always find survival. This beautiful new world is our second chance at life. We must protect it with everything we possibly have left. Thank you for watching this epic journey on Future Brain Tech. Please subscribe for more incredible alternate science fiction videos.